Miss Wilson answered in her usual professional tone of voice. "What can I do for you, Mr. President?" "What's our company's relationship with Flo Lambeau?" Kevin asked directly. "She's made 2 films this past year and both of them were funded by our company. Because of her recent popularity, we arranged for her to put on several charity performances in Chicago." Miss Wilson noticed Kevin's tone of voice and asked him if Flo had done something to tick him off. "Not only did she insult me, but she was rude to my wife and her good friends. Our rising star absolutely ruined their weekend. I don't think there's a place for someone like her in our organization going forward. She's not a good ambassador for our brand. I think you know what to do." When Kevin finished speaking with her, he hung up his phone and put it back in his pocket. "Kevin, do you need me to?" Rachel didn't finish what she was saying, but he knew what she meant. "I don't think so," Lily said in a low voice. She knew that Rachel was very famous, but after all, it wasn't like Kevin was in charge of the entertainment industry. "Don't worry, Lily. I'll straighten things out for Nicole." Kevin comforted her as he squeezed her hand gently. Then he turned to Flo Lambeau and said, "This is your last chance. Are you going to apologize to her or not?" "Are you high or something?" Flo Lambeau replied smoothly as she flared her nostrils. Chuck kept his mouth shut the whole time. He didn't know which of them he should help. If he accidentally said something wrong, his entire family might suffer for it financially. "Well, I guess you've sealed your fate." Kevin shook his head incredulously. All the onlookers were sure that Kevin was bluffing. After all, how could this young guy dressed in rags have any power to affect the great Flo Lambeau? They all laughed at him like he was some kind of fool. While they were laughing and mocking Kevin, the lights in the mall began to dim as if there was a sudden power failure. Everyone looked at each other in confusion. Was it a coincidence? Flo Lambeau's eyes suddenly grew wider. Whenever she performed, it was in her contract for the venue to ensure that there wouldn't be any equipment failures. There was only one explanation for the sudden power failure. Kevin's phone call had actually had an effect, and that effect was enormous. "Go out and find out what's going on, right now," Chuck excitedly yelled at the security guards and other staff members around him. Then Flo Lambeau's assistant ran up to her in a hurry. "Ma'am, your phone." Looking at the flustered expression on her assistant's face, Flo immediately realized that something had definitely gone wrong. "This is Flo. What can I do for you, sir?" Flo was extra nervous and extremely polite when she got on the phone. "What the heck have you been doing?" Lewis Kennedy yelled into the phone. Everybody could hear his voice blaring out of the earpiece. "I'm putting on a charity show in Chicago, but I've been dealing with a bunch of troublemakers. One of them looks like a real bum and he just threatened to get even with me. Now the power's gone out and the staff is looking into it." Flo tried her best to explain without making herself look bad. "You're a real spoiled brat," Kennedy growled at her. "Do you know who you just offended?" "Why? Is there something wrong?" Flo asked doubtfully. Since her last 2 films had done so well, Flo was already the most famous star in her studio and Kennedy was usually pretty friendly with her. But today he was being very cruel to her. "Do you think I'd call if we didn't have a problem?" Kennedy gritted his teeth and sneered. "I got a call from Williams Media. They said that you just offended the president of their company and that your tactless attitude towards the president's wife and sister has seriously affected our business relationship. They're gonna cut us off completely. What the hell have you done?" "I have no idea what I did. I didn't even know I met the president of Williams Media." Flo was absolutely gobsmacked. "You imbecile! They said you just insulted him backstage." Kennedy was about to throw his phone across the room. "Do you realize that the 2 films you just put out and all your commercial ventures for the next 3 years have been planned by Williams Media? As long as President Williams isn't happy, you'll be out of the entertainment industry for good." "Sir, I really didn't see Mr. Williams. I've only talked with the staff and I had a few words with some annoying guy who came here looking for a photo op with his wife and friends." Flo was about to cry. Her whole future was going down the drain and she had no idea why. Flo Lambeau, are you really that dense? That's not just some autograph hound. The president of Williams Media standing right in front of you. You're frickin' unbelievable. Louis Kennedy took a deep breath and told her very slowly and clearly, if you don't ask Mr. Williams for forgiveness right this second, don't bother coming back to my company. After her boss hung up, Flo thought she was going to faint. And when she saw the smirk on Kevin's face, she felt her heart sink. Why would the president of a major company be dressed like a slob? He didn't even have a bodyguard. How was I supposed to know? Flo thought to herself. Let's head back to the apartment, Kevin, Nicole said again. She was trying to act like it was no big deal, but she was really disappointed. Lily pulled on Kevin's arm and said, Let's go, honey. Don't put Rachel in an awkward position. And remember that Dalton isn't here to help you if you get in a fight. She thought that there'd just been a power failure and Kevin had actually called Dalton to help him out. When Kevin was about to leave, Flo Lambeau suddenly called out, Mr. Williams, I was wrong. Rachel and Kevin were the only ones who weren't confused by this. So you admit that you were wrong. Don't you want me to get down on my knees and beg you? Isn't that how you put it? Kevin sneered as he threw her insult back at her. When Kevin said that, Flo's legs got weak and she almost fell over. I know I was wrong, really, really wrong. Please accept my apologies. I won't do anything like this again. By now, Flo's face had turned pale. But Kevin didn't say anything. He didn't even change his expression. Miss Lambeau, what are you doing? I've already called the power company and they've sent someone to deal with it, Chuck said as he trotted over to them. But Flo didn't pay any attention to him. As everyone looked on in shock, she dropped to her knees and started sobbing into Kevin's shirt. Please forgive me, she practically whispered as she thought about losing her contract with Williams Media. The onlookers were amazed and wondered if they were seeing things. What the heck was going on? What have you done to Miss Lambeau? Chuck yelled at Kevin. Suddenly, his cell phone rang. When he looked at the screen, he saw that it was his father, Elliot Nassau. Dad, why are you calling me all of a sudden? Chuck quickly picked up the call and asked. I had to call you so the whole family wouldn't be ruined by you. Do you know what you've done? Elliot barked at him. Dad, are you talking about the power outage at the show? Don't worry, I've got it dealt with, Chuck explained with a smile. Are you kidding? I'm calling you because of Flo Lambeau, Elliot said angrily. Do you know that you've just insulted the president of Williams Media? What? No, I didn't, Dad. Chuck was stunned. Yes, you did. The president's secretary at Williams Media just called me in person. I don't want to hear any excuses. If the president doesn't forgive you today, you son of a bitch, you're out of the business. We do 60% of our contracts with Williams. Do you have any idea how angry I am right now? Elliot ended the call before his son had a chance to reply. Chuck wasn't a fool. He'd figured out his father was talking about Kevin. He just wished he'd realized it sooner, like when Rachel was standing up for Kevin earlier. But Chuck knew exactly what he had to do. He took a deep breath and groveled, just like Flo had done. I'm sorry that I offended you, Mr. Williams. Can you forgive me? Everyone stood there in silence. They were starting to realize just how powerful Kevin really was. And he obviously wasn't the useless loser that they'd heard rumors about. I'll have to think about it, Kevin answered him coolly. I had no idea who you were. Please forgive my ignorance, Chuck pleaded with him. This day had turned into a disaster. I'll have a chat with your family, Kevin responded as he turned and looked at Flo. Miss Lambeau, what do you have to say for yourself? Sir, as long as you're willing to forgive me, I'll do anything you ask me to do, she begged him very sincerely. It's good to hear that, Kevin replied casually, but he wasn't quite done teaching her a lesson.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.